hi there, Cancers, and welcome to your dream love reading. So, I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards and get started for you. Wow. Okay, so right away we have the priestess, Saradwin, the priestess, the Welsh priestess. I'm Welsh. I have some Welsh in my DNA there. Um, okay, let's see what else we have here. Ooh, we have the crow moon breaking illusions. Wow. Oh my god, a parrot. That's just what we need right now. We need to break some illusions. I trust the wisdom within. Wow. Oh my goodness, what is going on today? Okay. We also have here, you are profoundly clairvoyant. Trust what you see in your mind's eye as well as with your physical sight for your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. We also have the gem. Beautiful. And we have Princess of Wands. I love this. Okay. So, yeah, you are definitely breaking that illusion that, like, you need help when it comes to solving some sort of equation here. I'm feeling like something to do with your intuition. Mm, yeah. And Ten of Swords. Yep. Traumatic events, playing the victim, immense pain, rising above, surviving disaster, worst is over. Um, so you've got the Princess of Wands, the Gem, Knight of Swords, Courage, and Ten of Swords. So I think what the universe is asking for you right now, Cancer, is you still have all of this brave ass energy. You've been through a lot. I mean, trauma here. I mean, you've been really hurt. And you were hurt when you were like the most vulnerable. But, the Princess of Wands, the Knight of Swords, this is your team, okay? This is who you call on when you're needing uh, the right like motivation, the right frame of mind to move forward and trust your wisdom from within. Trust your North Star. Trust that light that's pulling you forward because breaking illusions, okay, you're breaking off this old part of yourself. Like you can see here, this is like a young woman, but she's looking at herself and she's much older. Okay. So when you're older, right? I mean, I don't know how old you are now, but like as you get older, right, you start to see changes in your appearance, okay, in your face and your behavior. And I'm getting this message of like beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and the beholder is you. Okay, you get to decide how you see yourself as this beautiful, warrior princess energy. Yeah, because when you like are able to rise above here, when you're able to survive this, when the worst is over, you're gonna pick up those swords. You're gonna pick up even just one of those swords, and you're gonna become the knight here. Okay. Um, there's a powerful energy here that is I feel like it's dying to be released, honestly, because you have been so hurt. Um, I feel like a lot of people have really misjudged you. Yeah, 35. The hate nurtured with love. So here's like some Lilith Taurus energy. Um, so obviously this woman, she's about to like stab this guy in the back, and he's been like painting an image of her. I feel like he's been painting like a deceitful image of her or a bad picture of her, and she's about to get her revenge. I feel like he, did her. I feel like he did her dirty. I feel like you've been done dirty, and so now you're about to rise above that. Yeah, King of Cups. Your emotional, um, principle of energy. Your emotional savior here of, letting you know now is the time for you to release that pain and now drink that cup of emotional um, energy that you so desperately need. I mean, you're not desperate, but you're like, you need fulfillment. Okay, like, oh my God, Two of Swords and Ten of Swords. These are both cards of betrayal. Yeah. So I feel like you were very guarded. Okay. I also feel like you've had a lot of dreams recently where a lot of your soul tribe family members have been visiting you in your dream world, so that you know you're not alone. Because I feel like you feel very alone in this. Okay. I feel like you're on one hand, you're like, is it like okay for me to like get revenge? Is it okay for me to like, it's not even so much revenge, it's more like avenging yourself, avenging your old self that was hurt, and now stepping into that warrior, high priestess, princess of wands energy that is going to help you to keep your boundaries in place, but more importantly, it's going to help you move forward. Look at this. You've got Atlantis, right? You've got Aquaman, or the like Ariel's father. I'm getting those kind of vibes from this, like old guy here with the beard and the trident. Move forward, okay? So this could be like a fatherly figure, that is someone who wants to protect you, like a protector, someone who offers you like protection, um, someone who offers you a safe space, somebody who is not manipulating your feelings, I feel like. Okay, bad habits, yep, drugs, addictions, and toxicities. So you're probably going to want to stay clear of people with addictions that are like so hardcore that it's really more damaging for you to like help them or be around them than it is for you to like just really focus and take care of yourself at this time. I'm getting this really like strong message right now that you could be like a counselor, or you could be a life coach, or you could be somebody who like in your family is like always helping everybody solve their own problems. Like you're like the mentor, you're the teacher, you're the guide, you're, you're the which gets you like the black sheep of the family, because you're always that person, like that voice of reason. You're always calling them out on their bullshit, and like they obviously, don't want to hear it, but it's kind of like, who else is going to do it if not you, right? So even that person, if you are that person that's like a heavy emotional weight and burden to carry with you, so you're going to want some time out for yourself. Nine of Rings, influencer. Yeah, you could be an influencer. You influence others. Like, you're not a follower. You are definitely a leader. There's nothing wrong with being a follower, but I just feel like because you probably identify more with like the black sheep of the family, you identify more with like being people's like shoulder to cry on. Like, whose shoulder are you gonna cry on? And I feel like when you have cried in the past, like, and you have cried on that shoulder in the past, I feel like a lot of those shoulders have like, dodged you. Like they've like sort of been like brushed you off to the side a little bit. So now you're like taking that control back. You're taking that power back. Curse. Oh, I like this. Hex, witchcraft, negative mind. Wow, check this out. Oh my God, what a powerful reading, Cancer. Okay, um, yeah, I mean, this is definitely, you definitely have a lot of like power here. Okay, you have a lot of power to change change a lot of things in your life. Like there could be family curses, generational curse, bloodline curses, and you are like the most aware out of all of your family. And so when you talk about this stuff, when you bring this stuff up in this mindset, okay, everyone is already in a very negative mindset, or everyone is already very like superstitious or paranoid. So it's really going to be tricky to like get through to certain people of like why they need to like stop behaving in such a negative way. And also a lot of these hexes and witchcraft type things, like these can be like badass. This could be also like badass witches that are like, don't do me dirty because I'll put a hex on you, right? You know what I'm saying? So this could be like a little fun, but also it could be also a little serious. So you gotta be careful. I'm gonna put that over by the high priestess. Thanks. Yeah, that's the Princess of Wands. We've got the Tower. Yeah, so again, it's a Tower moment happening. It's everything happening here. It's everything crashing down at once. But there's like a more playful side to this Tower energy. It's not so serious. Like there are Tower moments that are very serious, very altering, life altering, like just completely mind-blowing Tower moments. And then there are moments where things are like slowly moving and progressing, like maybe like a renovation, maybe like a makeover, maybe installing some new equipment or something like that. Not something more playful, not so like serious, where it's like a tornado of destruction just swept through and destroyed the foundation of everything. Now this is just like a slowly moving, progressively. Things are changing energy, and I think with the cats at play here, it's like there's more than just one person here, more than one energy here that is invested in that playful, like new side to supporting these changes. So you're not doing this alone, okay? I'm getting like makeover vibes. Yeah, trust the season. So maybe it's like a season of change, embracing change, cycles of life, transition, and growth. Yeah, it's like I'm moving into a new like a new new season, a new feeling, a new energy, like a new beginning, okay? Just something more welcoming, something more fun, something more lighthearted, something that's less rigid, or something that's less like, has rules and stuff like that. Okay, then we have here the serpent. Okay, again, the snake, divine feminine energy, transformation, shedding of the skin, renewal, rejuvenation. So it's all these like new things. Okay. I call back my power. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think you gave your power away. I don't think you did it like willingly. I think you were very trusting of certain energies. I think you had every reason to to believe or to trust in these energies, but they were really designed for you to like learn about yourself more on a deeper level, of about how much trust you can really give a person before you're giving away your power. Your actions, someone is watching. Wow, with the owl on top of like the little house cottage here. Wow. Okay, so I don't know who's watching you, Cancer. Let's find out. Oh, this is the chaser. Oh my God, the chaser. The person who chases after Cancer. Juicy. I don't want to chase anymore. They don't want to chase anymore. Oh my gosh. They just want you, Cancer. Is a dragonfly. Yeah. Oh, the silver waterfall with the rainbow. Beautiful. This reminds me of just like paradise, tranquil, peace. Um, yeah. So you're obviously going to like at some point, I feel like, um, be in this place where you're feeling peaceful and tranquil and happy, and it's like paradise, like it's rainbows and sunshine. There's going to be a period in time in your life where you're not really feeling pain anymore. I think that phase of pain in your life is coming to an end, if it hasn't already. Yeah, we have Pelican. Choose to follow the path of forgiveness and raise your vibration. Yeah, and I was talking about in another video I made about the power of forgiveness and how that is your like most powerful weapon against those who have hurt you in your past is forgiving them. That is the ultimate power. Because when you can forgive the people in your past, that gives you all the power because they're not expecting that, right? They don't want you to forgive them. They want you to stay in a perpetual cycle of pain. The thing is you've already found the cure. The cure is to forgive them, not let that pain stay with you forever to the point where you're not even having any happiness at all. I'm not saying forget the pain. Like, remember the pain. Remember the actions that were taken that caused you that pain so that when those actions, like, people start, you start seeing those actions arise, then when you start seeing those actions arise, then you can confront them, right? Osprey, your success is now at hand. Allow the abundance to flow to you effortlessly. Wow, look at that. The abundance to flow to you effortlessly. Yeah, I mean, you're already like influencing yourself, you're influencing others, you're working with others, you get this playful energy here, building this tower. um, you're no longer like afraid. Like if people are watching you, so like people are chasing after you, trying to get your attention, that's all nice and everything. But like, what are their intentions? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to ask yourself that, you have to ask them that, because if this person is from your past and they caused you trauma and pain in your past, you have to be like, are you really willing to let them in or not again? Like, and if so, how are they coming into your life, right? And why they're coming into your life. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Beautiful. Yep. We've got Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion. You're a very compassionate person, Cancer. And that's why I feel like a lot of people are drawn to you, because you do have that ability to understand what someone is going through. You are like an empath. You have that ability to understand what it feels like to experience pain. But remember, you don't want to enable anybody. You don't want to give anyone any reason to be like, oh, well, because, Cancer feels bad for me, she's going to like give me everything I want. No, that's not how that works. But you have to understand, like, as long as you are like being compassionate, abundance is gonna flow for you for sure. I recognize suffering in order to release it. Curiosity breeds compassion. Yeah. And that's your thing too, Cancer. It's like you're a very curious person. Passion, flower, surrender. And there's more owls here as well. Um, yeah, you are definitely very spiritually in tune right now. You're surrendering to the universe. You're letting your spirit guides message you, reach you, your soul family, your soul tribe. Again, you're probably having dreams of, your soul tribe family members visiting you, giving you messages of like, what's up, what's going on out there in the collective world. And it's opening your eyes up to see like endless possibilities, to see that you're not alone, to not be afraid, to trust yourself, to trust your intuition. Owls are like the creature of wisdom. So that's really beautiful, powerful energy. And then we have Amastro, the goddess of light. We are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. And that's what I feel like you're reflecting with this card that I got earlier with the illusion, is like she was breaking off that mirror, that like those pieces to her face. I wish I could find what I did with it, but that's okay. But she was breaking off those pieces of her face and releasing them. Yeah, look at this. So that shedding the old, so that she can see the new, so she can see the future. And yes, this is like an older image reflecting back to her, but it's not something to like worry about. Like, we all age, we all get older. Like, the beauty is within here, the light is within here. Okay, it's not just surface level, it's not just skin deep, and you're reflecting back the same light. So when you reflect out this outpouring of compassion and light and soulfulness and care and wisdom, and you start teaching that and practicing that in your own life, you're going to get others who do the same. Like, others are going to see that and want to hear what you have to say. They're going to want to admire, like, they're going to admire that about you, and they're going to appreciate that about you, and they're going to see that and like start caring about you in a much deeper way, because you're a deep person, Cancer. You're not just surface level, shallow level, this one-dimensional person. So don't settle for one-dimensional characters. You want deep depth here, because you had one-dimensional, remember? And look what you had the one-dimensional, and then he painted you in a bad picture because he was not like to be trusted. But you're surrendering to the universe now. You're building, you're growing, you're expanding your mind, and it's just a really beautiful thing. And the final message I have for you, Cancers, is choose kindness. And you will, Cancer. You're a very kind sign. Like, Cancer, I think you're one of like the most kindest signs out there. There's like, we all have these kind qualities to us. But for you specifically, Cancer, I feel like it's important for you to hear this message right now. You're a very loving light being, and you have a lot of love and light to give to the world. And that can make it hard for you to like see who's just using you versus whose actually intentions are pure and good of heart. So it's important to learn these lessons and remind yourself and be careful of those chasers. They don't want to chase anymore, but they need to put in the work. They need to put in some effort. So hopefully the people that are chasing you start actually putting in some real effort and don't come from like a shallow surface level. We don't need any of that surface level bullshit. Okay, Cancer. We need something real, deep, meaningful. That's what I have for you. Love and light always. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.